Today, we're going to read a different part of the Titanic, and we're actually going to see or hear or follow along with a person who was actually on the Titanic at the time when it crashed. The person we're going to learn about today is Lawrence Beesley, and this is Lawrence Beesley's story. Lawrence Beesley hadn't seen his brother Frank in ages, and he was looking forward to reconnecting. His second-class ticket would carry him as far as New York, and then he would travel to Toronto, where Frank lived. The ticket was for a ship called the Titanic, and it cost him 13 pounds, or 21 US dollars, which was a significant amount of money for a 34-year-old science teacher. But a trip on the extravagant new ship would be worth it. A few nights into the voyage, Lawrence borrowed a book from the ship's library. He was reading on his bed when he felt the engines heave and then grow quiet. He opened his cabin door and asked the passing steward what had happened. He was assured that nothing was the matter, but Lawrence decided to check for himself. Up on the A deck, women and children were being loaded onto lifeboats. Lawrence took the stairs towards his cabin, and the stairs began to feel peculiar under his feet. The ship was tilting. He grabbed his coat and traveled back up to the A deck, where some men were now allowed to board lifeboat number 13. Lawrence scanned the boat. There were already 50, maybe 60 passengers aboard. He leapt and landed among the others, just as the ropes were lowering the boat. As they were descending, they came directly in the path of a pipe that was discharging water from the ship at an alarming rate. Lifeboat 13 would be flooded. Lawrence and the others screamed to get the attention of those above. Their course was corrected, and after a few minutes, they finally reached the ocean. Now, the men had difficulty cutting the ropes that connected them to the Titanic. Lifeboat 15 was about to be dropped on top of them. Luckily, their screams were heard again, and Lifeboat 15 was held up until they could row away from the great ship, which only days ago had been called unthinkable. Now, I know whenever it said that it cost 21 US dollars, you were probably thinking, that's not too expensive. But you have to remember, this was a long time ago, so $21 was a lot of money back then. I wish it would only cost $21 to get on a cruise today. You would not have a third grade reading teacher. All right, so what I want you guys to do this time is I want you to fill out the chart, but only fill out the column that is Lawrence Beesley's story. We'll read about the rest of the people later on. Make sure that you are looking back into the passage and finding your text evidence to see exactly when the items occurred. You're going to have a lot of stuff to fill out, but you're only focusing on Lawrence Beesley's story. Good luck!